Anyway, like I say, actually, the black people actually weren't a part of our civilization until like a couple hundred years ago. Like I said, they were hiding in the woods. Actually, like you go back like couple hundred years ago, whatever, and you'll find the black people actually not a part of civilization really, other than the fact that they killed a bunch of people and then tried to lie about a bunch of stuff, and they actually got in a lot of trouble over it. And like I say, Eddie Murphy, basically, pretty much, his parents killed a bunch of people and moved into their house pretty much and said, "We live here. We've always lived here. Blah blah blah." And pretty much it was Robin Williams, his parents or whatever. Basically, you know, these black people basically pretty much killed his parents and moved in and had their son or whatever, and basically kicked Robin Williams out, pretty much put him on the street, basically when he was a child. And Robin Williams went up for adoption and was put into the adoption center or whatever. His parents used to have an orphanage, so he just went and lived in the orphanage actually. Anyway, eventually, some black people figured out that his parents owned orphanages or something like that. So they eventually went to the orphanages, and whatever. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, it's Robin Williams' history, basically his family history, the Robinsons or Robin family history, whatever, his family. His name is, yeah, they're actually from Europe, I think, or something like that. And that's why it's his last name first. I don't know why he put his last name first. But basically, I guess maybe denoting that he is actually from Europe or whatever, where they put your last name first. But he's a Robinson or Robin. Anyway, Robin means bird. They had aircraft, like I say. They had these little cute little aircrafts and all that. They had aircraft manufacturing plants and all kinds of stuff. A few, not that many, one or two basically. Anyway, though, I guess his actual name is Williams, of course, but basically, anyway. But Robbins is basically, yeah, like I said, aircraft and stuff like that. Anyway, they also had orphanages and some other stuff, some other buildings. Anyway, apparently, when he was a kid, pretty much some black people moved into his neighborhood and then went and killed his parents and then basically kicked him out of the street. So he just went and lived inside his orphanage or whatever else like that, and something like that. Anyway, and was living there, I guess, until some black people went and killed them or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it's how Robin Williams, basically, his life, was... some black people, I think they sold the orphanage or something like that and kicked everyone out, or I don't know, made hats or turned it into a slave building or something like that. They're like, we'll get these kids to work. Anyway, or something. Anyway, it's Robin Williams' family history, basically. It's how it's actually, he made movies, but they're actually a lot of truth to it, basically. Pretty much. Anyway, nobody would believe him. Nobody believed him how his family owned this house or owned these buildings, whatever. But, everything was in a trust or something like that for him, basically. And Eddie Murphy's family tried to basically kill him and kill his parents. Anyway, no one ever believed him. I did, though. I actually hired him. I actually hired him to do movies and stuff like that. Apparently, they had stolen everything from him or whatever, or something like that. And, kicked him out. He couldn't even be in the orphanage because they kicked him out of the orphanage. They sold it or something like that, or I don't really know exactly what they did. But basically, it's a really bad, horrible story. And like I said, he went to work at one of my TV stations, and they weren't going to hire him or something like that. But I recognized the name Robin. And it's like it's the name that could actually get you anywhere. Robinsons. And I was like, or Robin Aircraft, basically. And I was like, oh, I know them. And I was like, oh, why does he want to work for me? That's weird. Okay. All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hire him. Pay him a good wage, though. Anyway, so he actually, when he was a young kid, he went to work at one of my TV stations, basically. And it was one of the ones I owned or something like that, or I don't really know. And I actually got him a spot because, he was doing TV and stuff like that, and other stuff. Like I always wanted him around because like he's a, they're really good. They were good people. Anyway, so anyway though, and yeah. I mean, he was a great person. But anyway though, like I said, I cared about him a lot. A lot. I mean, well, they were really great people. Anyway, apparently somebody was covering up I don't know, something about the Robinsons or something like that. Like they stole everything from him or something like that. But anyway, and Eddie Murphy went and killed his wife. Ron Williams' wife or girlfriend, basically, and like was having sex with his wife behind his back or something like that. It's a really horrible story, actually. Like I said, every word that Ron Williams ever said was true, and I was like, yeah. Why would they lie? They're rich. Anyway, I was backing him too, by the way. Anyway, though, Eddie Murphy, for some reason, Eddie Murphy lied about everything that they ever did, and so did his dad probably. Everything that Eddie Murphy, like Eddie Murphy's actually name is like Jamal or Jarry or something like that, something stupid. Anyway, and he had to change his name because he killed too many people with cyanide or something like that. And then later on, he was sniping them in the head. He's a really horrible guy. He's not a good guy at all. Also, really jealous of everyone else. Anyway, black people in general are pretty bad. Anyway, though, but yeah. So, anyway, though, but also, I was making sure that my actors get paid a fair wage, and also even included them in the royalties. Anyway, but there's a whole black-white war basically, and pretty much I was on the side of. I mean, I was equal, so. But the blacks didn't want me to be equal, though. But they couldn't really do anything about me because I owned the place. I owned all the places. So anyway, yeah, there's this great big huge race war and stuff like that. But I wouldn't. But I mean, I paid equal wages regardless. Even if black people wanted wages to be higher for them, it's like no, it's skill based. I'm sorry, you do work and you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Because if you don't get paid, because I mean, besides pay is like whatever, You gotta do work. It's kind of like food, You can't get food unless you work. So, yeah. Anyway, apparently black people though were like, fuck it, hey, snort. But then again, those who do work actually build things and actually have a real existence. And those who don't work get nothing. And eventually get too fat and die. Or full of parasites. That you go, food. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, though, it's funny though, yeah. Anyway, though, I believed him though. Of course. I even said a few times, I was like, why would Robin Williams ever lie? He's a Robinson. They're rich. I don't even know why he was doing movies. I was like, I don't know why he works for me. I mean, he doesn't have to come to work. I mean, he's rich. Or at least he should be. He always was. I mean, his family always was rich. Apparently someone had stolen all their money or something like that and said that they were broke. Or, I don't know, something, so... Anyway, though, so I made sure that he was included in the royalties and all that other stuff. And besides, for a while there, he was actually existing on the ticket sales. Like, I mean, he used to perform in his own theaters. They had their own theaters. They had everything. Like, they built quite a few theaters and performance halls. Anyway, I guess something to do with Eddie Murphy or something like that, where Eddie Murphy's basically a shit human. Anyway, they always said if Robin Williams ever dies, he didn't hang himself. He was Eddie Murphy. So. Anyway, yeah. And then there's me. Like I said, I'm not just the American president or president of Germany. I'm actually the creator of humanity and 12 other races. So. That doesn't really matter what's posted on TV. It matters what you actually are. And even though Eddie Murphy would be sent to kill me and try and kill me, and even he wanted to give me cyanide poisoning, except I was a child, so he couldn't really do that. Anyway, I don't know why. I guess so he can have his own country. Anyway, I don't know.